Oh, yes, that's the West Brom we all like to see. Nice 3 points back in the bag. And welcome to the Heggem Appreciation Society. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about this week. What a player, what a signing. Also, we're talking about refereeing standards because of that Burnley goal. We'll talk about that as well. Are they dropping? And if so, what can we do about them? And there's a bit of fun this week with the American election. Who's the best North or South American import to improve or not improve West Brom? Welcome to where Baggies was. Oh, yes, that song was back and in full flow at the MKM. Aaron, did you enjoy that game?
Yeah, it was a much-needed win. I mean, I said on the previous episode, I'd take 4 points from a week like this. I think Hull, I wouldn't say they're in worse form than us because, to be fair, we hadn't won ourselves. But, they were in bad form themselves. So it was definitely a team where we needed to go there and take 3 points if we could show our potential and show how good we are.
You've all been criticising Mikey Johnson in the last couple of weeks. So are you all happy to take your words back and say that he had one of his better games against Hull, Ben?
For the first 25 minutes, yeah. I mean, those first 25 minutes, he was like the Mikey Johnson of last season. He did fade in the second half, but, he did the damage in the first half. He was much more direct, played like a proper winger, took his man on, had hand in both the goals, and that's what we like to see, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, those plus points, those 25 minutes, half an hour, yeah.
Okay, a backward compliment there. Noah says, well done, lads. Big effort after playing on Thursday. Please for Grant and Madger. Furlong and Styles were both excellent. Great work, boys. Dan, who impressed you the most? We'll get on to Heggum in a minute.
Well, I think Styles he's having a great few games at the minute. He hasn't really put a foot wrong, and he just seems to battle hard. He gets up and down the wing as well, just like what we really need to. Him and Johnson really work really well on that left hand side, and as well when Grant's been playing there, they're working up a great partnership. And yeah, I think he's fitting pretty well.
Is the Carl Grant redemption arc now complete? Can we move on? Is all forgiven, Aaron?
Not just yet. I mean, I think he's still got a bit more to prove. I mean, he's had one very good season with us. I think in 2021 season, or sorry, the 21-22 season in the Championship, where I think he scored 18. But since then, it's only this season where he's been good. So, I think he's got a fair bit of a way to go first before he actually, justifies the price tag we paid for him. But he's doing himself the world of good to get there.
All right. Okay. Right. John Bonk says, "Love, great name, John. Some fine Heggum has been. Hopefully, we can put we can get a couple of injuries back soon. It's an understatement, isn't it? Some find, Ben. I watched your game on Thursday, and every time I see West Brom play, I know you guys watch him every week. I just think he's an absolute class apart some of the other defenders in this league. How good is he?
Yeah, he's been really good. I mean, he started straight in. He didn't take much time to adapt at all. He started at left back and was comfortable there, even though he was a natural centre back. He's come back into centre back with all the injuries, and again, he started straight back in. I think it's the way forward to go in terms of recruitment. No one's ever heard of him. We've got a history of spending silly money on players that people have heard of and have been a waste of money, but he's an unknown that's really shining for us at the minute, and I think it's the way forward for us to go, really.
After Carl and Grant, Dan, is he the second name on the team sheet?
Oh God, yeah. Well, I'm literally running out of words to describe how good Heggum is at the minute. I think I've actually fell in love with the bloke, to be honest. Honestly, I reckon he could be up there with the likes of Jonas Olsen and Gareth McCauley. He's that good.
Okay. Can I something I noticed? This is not from Twitter. This is from me. Palmer, Aaron. His distribution. Is it poor?
Yeah,
is that the games I've watched?
Scary.
No, it is bad. It's at least you can say for the minimum at least once a game he'll make a very bad play just by trying to play out from the back. especially just like off goal kicks and stuff like that as well. It's never great there either, even from like a dead ball. So it's definitely something he needs to work on. I'm not sure how much work he would do. You think at this point you think quite a bit, but it's obviously not paying off whatever they're doing. So yeah, he's got a clanger in him, put it that way.
Okay, I thought it was just me, but I'm glad you said that. Ben, one final one from Harry. Appreciation for Diakite, immense when he came on. Agree?
Yeah, I mean, he came on, did a job, which was to see the game out. That's kind of what we need sometimes, someone to come on and just see the game out. He came in and supported the two centre backs really well and looked quite composed on the ball. So yeah, that's another positive from the weekend, definitely.
All right, cheers for that, Ben. Let's have a chat about the Burnley game as well. Now, our Burnley fans weren't very happy with the referee in that particular game, with the decision at the end. Without your West Brom blinkers on, Dan, did you get away with one there?
100%. There was literally nothing wrong with that. He's put a hand on his back. There wasn't even a push, and he's nodded the ball into the net. And at first, I was like, "Oh God, here we go." But for him to disallow it, I was like, "Why?" And then I saw the replay back, and I was like, "Yeah, we've definitely got away with murder there. There was literally nothing wrong with that goal whatsoever."
I know you can all point, I'm sure you all will, to decisions that even that one out. But generally speaking, Aaron, just based on what you've been watching this season, are refereeing performances on the slide? I know they're starting from a bad point, but are they getting worse?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, there's a lot of referees at this point in the season where they're trying to make a name for themselves. They're trying to get promotion to the Premier League, so they're just trying to do things exactly by the book, and they don't really let things go as much as they should, really, which obviously kills the game and kills the atmosphere as a result. It's a bit, it's like main character syndrome from a lot of them, where a lot of them aren't even known, and they're still trying to make a name for themselves, which is the worst thing about it, really.
How do we solve it, Ben? We don't want VAR, do we? But ultimately, we want, I don't know if you've seen the Stoke Millwall penalty, but we want a referee that when he's looking at a player, tugging a player down, grappling a player down to the ground to give a penalty and a red card. We want linesmen to spot when balls have gone out of play. We want goals not to be disallowed for daft stuff like that Burnley goal. How do we get to that point?
Not sure, to be honest. I'm not a massive fan of VAR, to be honest. I wouldn't want that to be in the Championship, I don't think. But I think at the same time, I think they do need a bit of help out there. I agree with what Aaron said about main character syndrome. The amount of times we see refs picking up on petty little things like a free kick not being taken 5 yards away from where it should have been. And of course, this slows the game down a lot of the time for these little decisions. So I think they do need some support. Where that comes from, I'm not too sure, but I don't think it's a VAR thing just yet. But just some support from somewhere else would benefit them. Okay.
All right, we'll leave that one there. Before we go, it's a short one this week because it's international break, of course. It's been the American election this week, so it's a bit of fun. We've been asking what's been the biggest North American or South American influence on West Brom Football Club. We've got the answer from AI, which is, of course, Carlos himself. But other than that,
it's Spanish.
Well, yeah, I was going to read it fully, but it says Carlos Corberán is a Spanish manager with South American coaching experience connected to South American training methods. Honestly, it's do not use AI for your essays.
I think you're safe when it comes to AI.
Right, what answers do you give? North American? I can't.
Shilan Patel.
Yeah. That was going to be my answer.
Yeah.
South American?
Matthias Pereira.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, good shout. What's the other one it gave was Yunus Musa. American. Yeah, it's a national team midfielder who was part of the academy apparently in West Brom early in his career. We'll have to fact check that.
Never heard of the bloke. I mean, then he got Daryl DK as well, but we've already seen him, to be honest.
Yeah. If Dean were here now, he'd put me right on that. I'm
Yeah.
sure, but he's enjoying his holiday. Right, folks, we'll see you then next week. We're talking all things Canaries next week, of course, as that's our next game. Thanks for watching. Drop us a subscribe. You know what to do. See you next week.